Hi, this is Farooq Hashmi from thinkingneuron.com. Today I will discuss how do you update your resume on job portals like naukri.com, monster.com, etc. In this video, I will discuss the key points which must be present in your resume. Without this, getting your resume shortlisted will have very low chances. After that, we will discuss how do you showcase your overall summary as resume headline. This is something which the recruiters notice first when they look at your profile. Then we will go down to discuss what are the skill set matrix which must be present, or the keywords per se which must be present in your resume so that it gets shortlisted whenever the recruiters are trying to search for certain keywords related to machine learning. And then in the end, we will discuss how can you create more interview opportunities by following a very simple trick. All right, so let's get started. So what key points must be present in your resume? So there are three things which I give a lot of weightage. First one is the professional summary, the employment timeline, and the last one is the machine learning projects which you have to describe. So let's talk about the professional summary first. So this is the top section. This is the first portion of your resume which is kind of summarizing your overall experience. Okay, so in this professional summary you should highlight the total years of experience if you are a working professional, and you must highlight the internship experience if you are a fresher. So this is the top important or the topmost number which the recruiter tries to find out in your resume. If 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 you put yourself in the shoes of the HR and the recruiters who are trying to screen hundreds and hundreds of profiles every week, you wouldn't have time to go through the whole resume. So the first thing you will do is try to quickly create a mental picture of the resume by looking for the key insights, and the most important number in the key insights is the total years of experience. So you should highlight it upfront. This is something which should be the first line of your resume as such, right, in the very top section. So after that, the main skill sets which you have worked on, like you are pitching for a data science position, so you have worked on the tool like Python, R, and you have worked on uh, predictive modeling or prescriptive modeling or some AI techniques. Whatever the techniques or the skill sets which you have used, you should highlight those in the top professional summary. And then if you have done any certification, you can specify that. So in the first top section itself, by reading 4 or 5 lines, anybody could get a brief idea about what you have done so far in your career. All right, and then they can dig into if they are interested. So this is the place where you generate the interest. If you do not write these things clearly, if the HR has to find out or has to calculate, that is the worst thing. If the HR has to calculate the number of years of experience by looking at your employment timeline, it is it is troublesome, because you are making the person do some job, some mental calculation in order to arrive at a very silly number, which is your total years of experience, which should be mentioned upfront. So please do not make this mistake. I see a lot of resume from uh, people who are appearing in the job market, and they do this mistake very commonly. So this is first very important key point in your resume which you must work on. Then the next one is the employment timeline. This is also not mentioned very clearly. uh, Most of the times people just write down their resume and write down the uh, employer who was, and or write down this in two different sections. So you should try to combine them together and write down the machine learning projects under each uh, employer in a chronological order, like starting with the latest and then going to the oldest. So whatever is the latest uh, employer, you should try to write down their projects first and specify the timelines appropriately. Like in one particular organization you've started in, let's say, to 2010, and then from 2010, for how many years did you work? So let's say May 2010 to September 2012, so on and so forth. So this gives a quick idea about what was the duration for this particular employer in your resume. So give this and make it crystal clear. And then for each employer, write down the machine learning projects. Like, I have made a separate video, how do you put your machine learning projects in the resume. You should showcase at least two major projects which can showcase which can span to 6 months or 9 months combined. So combined together, they will be able to showcase your 1 year of experience roughly, and 5 to 6 proof of concepts which is present in every data scientist's resume. Okay, so check that video. We have discussed there in depth how do you modify your resumes, okay, in terms of machine learning projects. Now, apart from this, what should be the resume headline? So once your resume is done, once your resume is modified, the key points are taken care of, you have mentioned all of this, your resume is ready to be shared. So when you upload it to the job portals like naukri.com or monster.com, they have something called resume headline. So what is this resume headline? So look at this sample resume headline, which I have shown here. uh, BTech in computer science with 5 years of experience in AIML, predictive modeling, Python, R, SQL, Unix, and Tableau. So these are all the important skill sets which you have worked on. Also, what is the total number of years of experience? You don't have to bifurcate here that I have worked 1 year in AIML and 2 years in Unix and 3 years or 1.5 years in Tableau, so on and so forth. You don't have to bifurcate. You just specify the total amount. So total 5 years of experience, and in that 5 years, what all you have done, you can specify all of that over here. So in one go, I know what is your latest degree, I know what is your total years of experience, and I know what key skills you have or the key stuff you have worked on. This is enough for me to shortlist you or reject you. So this resume headline should be crisp because this is the first thing which every recruiter will notice. Every HR will try to read this and get an idea about your profile. Then only if it matches, then only they'll go ahead and then only they will drill down further. So this resume headline should not be a story. It should not be a whole paragraph describing where I was born and stuff like that. It's crazy. So it should not be more than 5 lines, and always start with your latest degree, your total years of experience, and your key skill sets which you have worked on, because this is what people care about. This is what they are trying to search for quickly. So if you give that uh, upfront, then it helps the recruiters to shortlist you. All right. So make sure you edit the resume headline in your profiles clearly. Then comes the skill set matrix. So there are two types of skill set matrix. One is the tools which you have used. So in the tools, you can specify like you have used R or Python, or let's say you have used Putty or SaaS platform, whatever. So whatever tools you have, like Tableau, etc., etc. So whatever tools you have used, you can specify those tools and how much experience you have in those tools, what are the uh, number of years of experience you have in these tools, and what is the latest time you have used it. So all of that must be updated. And then techniques. So inside techniques, you can start specifying the machine learning, uh, uh, your predictive modeling, your AIML techniques. You can start specifying like you have worked on decision trees, artificial neural network, convolutional neural network, LSTMs, random forest, so on and so forth. So the moment you type a few keywords, there will be a lot of suggestions. Try to fill in the try to fill in all the possible um, keywords which are there. So to the maximum limit, specify all the keywords, because these keywords are basically going to help you get shortlisted. Okay, so if you do not have enough amount of keywords associated with your profile, then it will be difficult for uh, these job platforms to rank you higher in a search. Okay, so it helps you to rank higher in the search for specific keyword, like somebody searching for machine learning. So if the machine learning technique is present in your skill set matrix, it will match and your resume will be shortlisted, so on and so forth. It also gives the recruiter a quick glance about your technical skills, like using those keywords you should be they will be able to make a fair understanding of what are the main skill sets you possess. All right, so make sure you have updated this skill set matrix, which is very critical in order to rank higher, or in order to rank at all in the searches. Okay, then how do you create more interview opportunity? So you have done everything, you have changed your resume, you have put down enough keywords in that, you have updated the resume headline, you have uploaded your resume, you have also updated the skill set matrix, and everything is done. But how do you get the interview opportunities? By responding to emails maximum number of times. It's a human psychology thing. Maximum number of times we just try to apply the jobs on the portal by using that soft apply button. So everyone does that, like everyone will just click on that apply button and they will move on to other listing. A different thing, or a tough thing I can say, would be to respond to the emails. So when you have enough keywords, when you have the right resume, when you have the right set of skill sets present in your resume, you will start getting automated mails. Automated mails means what? So recruiters will bulk email a lot of candidates, which gets shortlisted during a search. You will receive those emailers, and those emails will also have the HR contact, which you can revert to. So please provide all the relevant details which are asked for, like what is the current CTC, what is the expected CTC, um, then what is the years of experience, relevant years of experience. So there are multiple such questions if you notice in those broadcast mails. So please provide all these details. And when you provide everything on a platter to a person, then obviously they will try to look at it, they will try to prefer your response, because you have given everything. You have given the resume which they want, you have given all the relevant details which they have asked for. So obviously it's ready for them to process your it's easy for them to process your resume, and they are ready with all the details. So so this is a very simple trick which many people won't do, because they think that they'll just apply and it's done. But if you can go the extra mile, if you can just reply to those emails, you will notice that you are getting more calls as compared to earlier when you did not respond to emails. Okay, so please try this simple activity in order to generate more opportunities, because that is what you need in order to prove yourself. All right, so I hope now this final task is clear to you, that how do you update your resume in the job portals so as to maximize your chances of generating an interview for yourself. And what are the important things in your resume? The headline in these portals, the skill set matrix, and the simple trick. All right, so all the best for that interview, and I hope you crack it.